For 8 years, people have been wondering and dreaming, gosh, what's going to happen when a Bitcoin ETF finally gets passed? Is Bitcoin going to moonshot? Are we going to go to $100,000 overnight? Is the price actually just going to make me a freaking millionaire after a Bitcoin ETF gets approved? I've been in cryptocurrency for over 4 years, almost 4.5 years now. I got in on July 31st, 2017, and I remember even back then, people were talking about what is going to happen when a Bitcoin ETF gets approved. It's going to be the next big thing. Everybody was expecting it to be this biggest news story in the history of crypto, and it's finally happened. In fact, this week, it will be formally coming. We've been talking about this for the entire history of this channel, and I want to draw a parallel between what the price has, or more specifically, has not done over the last 3 days since we finally got this announcement on Friday, and your journey in cryptocurrency. Because you see, for 8 years, everyone was incredibly excited. The Bitcoin ETF, it's coming, and it finally comes, and what does the Bitcoin price do? Nada. Nothing. Bitcoin, when I'm recording this, is at 60,500, and for my luck, I'm sure it'll just moonshot after I finish recording this video, and my whole point will be invalidated. But hopefully, at least for the next 2 hours while this video is uploading, it stays put so my point can be made. We have been waiting for 8 years for the Bitcoin ETF. Everybody thought, man, the price was going to moonshot, and it didn't. Why? Why? Well, let's back up. I remember when I started this YouTube channel on November 16th, 2017. I've been in crypto for about 4 months. And I was like, man, I am going to use this channel. I'm going to make some money with this channel. I'm going to be able to get a car finally. I'm going to be able to, get myself out of the situation I found myself in, financial freedom, all that. And I worked every single day on the channel for 8 months. Made a video every single day. Terrible videos. Back then I had a computer that was $300 and 8 years old. And the videos were in like 7 frames a second. My computer was too slow to run the chart. I'm not even kidding. Go back on this channel. There's hundreds of them. I made a video every single day. And the channel didn't get monetized. Every single day, channel didn't get monetized. Every single day, channel didn't get monetized. After 8 months, the channel finally got monetized. It was actually the day that I was leaving to go out of state for the first time in 6 years. And I went to a 3D printing conference with my brother in Maryland. And the channel got monetized. We made 20 bucks. I'm like, oh, $20. Like, gosh, it's like a month's allowance for me to be able to put into cryptocurrency. That was a big deal, right? And I was expecting for those entire 8 months, man, when the channel finally gets monetized, I'm going to be on cloud 9. I'm going to be super excited. Like, this is going to change my life. My level of living is going to go from here to here. And then 3 or 4 months later, we launched the Cryptocurrency Technical Analysis Academy. It launched for $79. It's at $400 now because we've added so much content, but I launched it at $99 with $20 off. So we made like 40 sales or something in the first 48 hours. You do the math. Most money I'd ever made in my life. People were learning. People were growing. I was really excited. This whole thing was like, man, I can actually make a living out of this, right? And then what happened? Within 2 days, it was normal. Within 2 days, it was like, oh, okay, I make ad revenue now. Within 2 days, it was like, oh, all right, yeah, I have a product that I said, all right, cool. You see, for the entire time that I was running the channel, saying, gosh, look at how much money I'm missing out on. I missed out on $5,000 in ad revenue for the first 8 months of the channel, and I needed that $5,000. It's not that I wanted that. It's not like I was going to buy a Gucci belt or something. I just needed it. Didn't get it. It finally came, and what happened? Nothing. It was a pleasant change, sure, but the day that it started actually didn't make a difference in the slightest, because $20 doesn't make that big of a difference, but now the channel has 15 million views, and that ad revenue has become significant enough that it helps to build and grow and, fund the 10-person team we have behind us. What's my point with all of this? We're 4 minutes into this video, and you're probably wondering, Jeb, why are you rambling? What are you getting at here? The day that the ETF launched, I always told you guys, was probably going to be a pretty boring day. I've been saying this for 3 years. When the ETF gets announced, it's probably not actually going to do anything to the price. I said the same thing about BACT 2 years ago. When it launched, I said, look, this might have some impact on the price, but short term, it's probably not going to be that big of a deal. In the same way that the day that the channel got monetized and the day that the course launched, started actually generating revenue so that I could begin my journey towards financial freedom, that now I'm so passionate about putting you guys on, that day didn't actually mean that much. It was just kind of a milestone. It was a mile marker. This Bitcoin ETF launching doesn't actually mean that much today. But watch, because this is important. It is one of the biggest news stories that we have ever had in cryptocurrency, even though it didn't have that big of a price impact today. The day that I started making ad revenue on the channel, 20 bucks isn't going to change your life. 3 years of that ad revenue has been life-changing. The course, the first 2 days of sales, not life-changing money. The last 3 years of selling and being able to make you guys financially free and to be able to educate you guys, that has been life-changing for my own finances and for yours. So my point here is this. We put too much emphasis on the day that something happens, and we don't put enough emphasis on the time that will pass after that day has happened. You know, we're used to these like movie events where the hero comes down and he like battles the enemy, and then, you know, the enemy dies and the day's won, right? And it's the most important day. It's the V-Day. It's VE Day, Victory in Europe Day, or V-Day. It's Victory Day. You know, we're all used to these big, flashy, fancy days. That's not the way the world works. There are turning points, there are inflection points, sure, but it takes time. And the point I want to get at with all of this is that anything that you do is like that. We always expect, okay, the first time I go to the gym, that's going to be the day that I get shredded, or the first time that I open a book, that's going to be the day that I'm really knowledgeable. Like, something's just going to change that day when it comes. I'm going to sit here and I'm going to plan for the next 3 months. And then we never do it because we get so scared of that one moment because we're like, oh, we're not ready, we're not prepared. We get stuck in this paralysis of analysis. And there's a quote that I want to repeat to you that I heard this morning. It is, you will get bogged down by an infinite number of reasons that you shouldn't do something, that you shouldn't change, but all you need is one good reason to know that you can't possibly stay the same. Wow. That's powerful. Is the reason that you're doing something because you're looking for this one day off in the future where everything's just magically going to turn around on that one day? Or do you realize that that's just a pit stop along a longer journey? And it's important, yes, but sometimes you just got to put the time in. Sometimes things take time. A baby takes 9 months to be born. That's the way it is, guys. You can't speed that up. You can't slow that down. Maybe 8 months, maybe 10 months, but it's pretty much going to be 9 months. In your journey in cryptocurrency, don't get caught with the shiny object syndrome, thinking this one day, the one day I get to 1 Bitcoin, the one day I get to 5 Ethereum, the one day I whatever. That's not the way it works. This is a journey. There's no such thing as an end. When people say that it's about the journey and not the destination, that applies here, and that's kind of what I'm getting at. So, you know, whenever I make these videos, I'm basically coming in front of this camera and telling you guys the kind of thing that I myself know that I needed to hear when I was first in cryptocurrency. So if this has been helpful for you, I want you to do something. I want you to tell me what your favorite food is down below. I'm looking for some new food to try. So tell me, what's your favorite dish? Is it like grandma's dish? Is it from a restaurant or something? I want to hear it. I'm really curious. I want to get to know you guys a little bit better, and I'll make sure to read all of those comments, and maybe I'll get some ideas. Maybe I'll try and maybe I'll start a cooking channel. Not really. But anyway, guys, drop that down below. And if you think this content was helpful, then consider sharing it with somebody that you think needs to hear it. And also consider subscribing and liking the video if you think that we have earned your like and your subscription. But that's all I got for you guys. I am driving down to the Ocala National Forest, and I'm going to go do some planning down there. I got my laptop with me. I'll be down there for about 6 hours. So I will see you guys tomorrow. Peace.